and welcome once again to the return of the Radical Sim Racing World Series live from Hockenheim in Germany. I'm James Parfitt. I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action. Once again, the season kicked off last night with the Americans, and I think you've got to admit, with 18 cars on track, it was absolutely incredible racing going on there this evening. Tonight, we start with the AMs, and then we go into the pros. So what is the story of the AMs over the break period? Well, guys, to be honest with you, everybody who was in the AMs within the top three have all been, top four have been promoted, okay? So, Graham Brown, who won the championship, he has been promoted. Paul LeMay has been promoted. Robert Williams has been promoted. The other Graham Brown has also been promoted as well. How did the demotions go? Well, Marnik Heister was the only demotion currently at the moment, and Damien G renounced his promotion because he's battling for the teams with Gary Truby. That's for Rad Sport Sim Racing. So Damien G is staying in the AMs this season. Where does that leave the season? Well, fairly straightforward, really. The season's wide open. There isn't anybody who really can come from last season to this season and dominate it. You know, Graham Brown was exceptional last season. You know, he absolutely was incredible, and it now leaves this season open to anyone who is in this championship. It's like a clean slate here, because there's nobody in the AMs that from the last seasons from the top four. They've all been moved up. You know, they've all been moved. They've all been gone, and it's now a complete fresh season. We've got a lot of new drivers as well. That's one of the things that I'm excited about here tonight. We've got 19 cars currently on track. I know a lot of people couldn't make it this evening. They've been posting messages in the Discord and couldn't make it. So we've got a lot of new people. You know, George Gonzaga is here, Gordon Hay is here, Matt Letness is here, Craig Gregory, Russell Watton is also here, John Olmark is here, Stefan Mellis is back again for another season, Tom Weston is also back again as well, Glenn Andre Christensen, my man from Team Slow-Mo, he is back once again, Stephen Koenig, he is new to the season as well, and there's so many new things that can happen. You know, the format itself currently at the moment for this season is we're going to come into the end of a 60-minute practice. As you can see, we've got about 5:48 left on the clock. Then we go into a 10-minute lone qualifying, and then we go into a 30-minute race, one fast repair. Now, if you've watched the American setup, you know James is happy. Why is James happy? Because blue flag rules have been amended, and you've now got to get out of the way at the earliest possible convenience, right? We all know they're advisory in iRacing, but for me personally, I think that's a great change. So 30-minute race, if you're under blue flags, politely move. So absolutely incredible, and I think that's going to be one of the best bits to look forward to there as well, because they've now got to literally remove themselves. Obviously, we took touch on the point system from last night as well. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch last night's race, because it was absolutely amazing. The point system now is completely different. 70 points for a win, 65 a second, 60 to third, and 55 and 50, and then all the way down into 25th place. So currently, everybody at the moment will score points. What still stands? The pole position still stands. Point for pole position, point for the fastest lap. Now, obviously, as well, last season they had the incidents for clean driving. That's still standing. If you get 0 incidents, you get a bonus of 5. If you get 1 to 3 incidents, you get a bonus of 3, and if you get 4 to 7, you get a bonus of 1. I'm not going to say that that's possible here tonight, partly because we saw it last night. A lot of people taking an off-track running around turn 1 to maintain their speed, which is fair enough. Are we going to look at that in the future and say, well, hold on a minute, you're taking purpose off tracks? I don't know. That's down for the job for the admins and the steering group of the Radical Sim Racing to decide what they want to do about people purposely taking off tracks. What can they do? Don't know. It's going to be a tough one. The season kicks off today here tonight. Okay, so this is where the very first one kicks off for the AMs and the pros. Then we go on to Rudskogen on the 13th. Then on the 20th it's Barcelona. Then on the 27th we go to Mount Panorama or Bathurst, depending on how you know it. As you can see, the Red Bull Ring on the 3rd of February. On the 10th of February we go to Alton Park Circuit International with no chicanes. Then we go to the Legacy Circuit in Silverstone, and then Brands Hatch on the 24th of February. So there's a lot to go take on board. I appreciate that. But today we are looking at Hockenheim. 9 configurations since this circuit was born. It was born on the 29th of May in 1932. Okay, so that's when they broke ground on the 29th of May, but it actually broke ground on the 23rd of March. So again, it's going to be absolutely incredible. We're here at the Grand Prix circuit, opened in 2002, this specific configuration, 4.574 kilometers, 2.842 miles, 17 turns. Now this is when one of the debates we had last night is not, depending on where you look regarding this circuit, some say it's got 17, some say it's 15. I'm going to sit here and say it's got 16, and if I've said it's got 16, it's got 16 turns, because that's what we're going to see this evening, and I'm going to be looking forward to that one here tonight as well. And what car do we return in? We still return in the SR10. 425 brake horsepower and no more than a go-kart on wheels. Will it burn out your tyres? Absolutely. These drivers have got to be very, very careful on the way that they maintain this car and these tyres. We saw a lot of it as well, and a lot of thought went into last night from the Americas as well, because a lot of thought went into tyres. Lucas Vieira literally burned up his tyres, spinning in the end, losing so insurmountable amounts of time over Greg Seitz, and that was one of the battles that we were really looking for, because Vieira dominated last season, absolutely dominated. Graham Brown, though, dominated the AMS. Is it a fairer field? Absolutely. Is it going to be close? Absolutely. We've got Diego Munoz and Glaziers currently on pole, on the first place, currently on a 1:33.160. And George Gonzaga behind that on a 1:33.29, and then David Rolliston behind that. So it's going to be incredibly close, and I think this is one of them seasons where you can't sit back and go, this man's going to win. This man is not going to win, because you never know what's going to happen. It's the same with the pros. So many quick people in the pros. The promotion people is in there as well. They're all in the mix, and I think overall is going to be absolutely exceptional, and I think definitely one that you've got to sit back and enjoy. You've got to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy this amount of racing, what are you doing watching racing? Because this is absolutely incredible. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in chat as well. Thank you so much. Rob Williams, welcome in. Stephen Kernick as well, who's currently on track. Phil across the pond. Marnik Heister, who's sunning himself in Florida. He sent me a picture the other day of his legs. It looked like a milkman had dropped him off on the curb. It was really quite disturbing. I did, however, give him a health warning. Please put sun cream on your legs. So welcome in as well. Ruor the Badger. Hello, Weld. Hello, mate. Welcome in. Matt Lears as well. Don't annoy the Nightbot, mate, because you find yourself on a timeout like you did, so stay away from the Nightbot. Sergio Cabello, welcome in, the man behind the whole of the Radical Sim Racing environment and community in the world and website, and he is the accountant, the race engineer, the steward, the leader, the boss, everything. So big shout out to him. Ivan Bramer, welcome in. Milo there as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Colin Wynn, welcome in as well. Hope you're well. Summit Flavio Ferreira TV, stop annoying Nightbot already. You should not annoy the Nightbot, because you know, she'll come after you. Hello from snowy Norway, says CMDR. Welcome in, thank you so much. Marnix, thanks, James. No worries, mate. Sun cream on your legs, buddy. You don't want to get them burnt little milk bottles, otherwise, you know, it's all going to go wrong. But guys, you can see we've come to the end of the practice session. Let's swap over to the race screen for qualifying. Right. Qualifying is going to be up and running very, very shortly, and I think you're going to sit back and enjoy it here with 9:47. The guys have got 10 minutes on clock here to get that in. So 10 minutes or 4 laps. Let's see how it goes. And I want to pick up George Gonzaga. Now, George races in another series that I should say, the pleasure of broadcasting, and I think it's going to be exciting to see what he can do in this one. So, you know, we're going to see what works out here this evening as well, and I think overall it's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm not quite sure why that bar is absolutely ginormous. Bear with me for 2 seconds why I resolve the issue with that very large bar on on screen. Just give me 2 seconds on that one. I've got a funny feeling I may know what the issue is, as you know, I did sit here and design these wonderful things, but I'm pretty sure I did not design it that big. So bear with here as well as I managed to get this sorted out. There we go. And now let's just working tirelessly in the background while I resolve this wonderful issue of why this is sitting so huge. Right, there we go. Up and running there, and back to where it should be. Not entirely sure why it decided to make wonderful changes, but here we go as well with George Gonzaga out on track currently at the moment. You got to sit back and think, what are we looking forward to? You know, this is going to be incredible. Sven Matheson, welcome in. Lasse Sorensen, hello, going to be fun. Watch before driving at 2200. Yes, you are on here straight after in the pros, so be aware it's going to be a very busy night for me and a very busy night on the JPB YouTube channel. We've got the AMs, we've got the pros, and then after this, round about 10:15, we've got the SRL TCR coming up as well. So it's going to be a very, very interesting, exciting evening here on the JPB YouTube channel. So don't forget to give the video a big old thumbs up, turn on the bells for notifications, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so already, because that would be absolutely amazing for us here as well. So don't forget as well, if you do like what you see, you can drop any comments down in the comment section below, and I will have a read as well if I do not catch it live. But Vigard Helen is the fastest man in Sector 1 at this moment in time. And seeing how he gets on through the rest of the lap here, and I'm hoping he does rather well, because Gordon Haig as well. Now, there was a question that wasn't quite answered in the other day, and Henning Haig, who is in the pros. Now, Gordon, I'm pretty 99 to 100% sure Gordon is Henning's brother. If I've got that wrong, then I'm sorry, Gordon, because I've just given you a relation that you probably didn't have. But I'm pretty sure Gordon Haig's brother, and it is Haig who's top of the time tell, 134.916. Vigard Helen there, getting all the purples across 2 sectors. He's got to surely go into pole. He didn't. He had an off track. Oh, Vigard Helen had an off track. He's got to go again. George Benter is currently top of the timing tower at this moment in time. So he's going to be there sitting on pole position at the moment with George Gonzaga right behind him. They are literally on the same place on the circuit. So it's going to be absolutely amazing how this one pans out. As I say, stay tuned, guys. Sit back, relax, enjoy, smash the like button, turn on the bells for notifications, and enjoy this racing. This series is going to be epic. I love this series. It was true to my heart. And I think with 5:45 on the clock before we start off with the AMs, I think we're going to have some absolutely incredible action. And I'm so looking forward to some of the new drivers, what they could do as well. Russell Wotton. Now, I'm hoping if Russell is in Australia, which I believe he is, the current time in Australia is very, very early, and I'm hoping it's 7:05 in the morning in Australia. So if that is right, Russell Wotton, you're a superstar, mate. You're incredible there as well. I thought you would have been more related to the Americas series because of your time zone, but you know, who am I to say whether or not you can as well. I noticed you've done the sensible thing and grown a full beard, James. Good stuff, even to you. Thank you, Joachim. Much appreciated, much love to you as well. I do have a full beard as well. So David Rolliston is another man that's going quick round Sector 1. How is Rollo going to get on here tonight as well? He goes still in 7th place, does David Rolliston. Damien G is another man with 2 greens on the board. He's going faster overall than he did the last time. Currently sitting down in 11th place on a 135. Damien G is going to go over the board. He's going to go up to 9th on a 135.250. George Bente's 134.004. Oh, he's another one that's going quicker. I am interested to see. Vigard Helen went up, but he did go quicker, but he got a time on the board on a 134.66. So we're to see how he gets on here tonight as well. Tom Weston puts himself in 6th on a 134.564. Good job from him. Vigard Olsen We've got a lot of new Norwegian contingency joining the league this year, and I'm loving this. We could literally have our very own Norwegian league or Scandinavian league here as well. So we could run the Americas, the Europeans, the AMSA Pros, and the Scandinavian. That would be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it, to have drivers from Scandinavia in their own league? Because, you know, there is quite a big contingency of Scandinavian individuals here tonight as well. We've got John Olmark from Sweden, Vigard Olsen from Norway, Gordon Haig from Norway, Vigard Helen from Norway, Glenn Andre Christiansen from Norway. So, you know, overall, a lot of Norwegian contingencies, and we've got Vigard Olsen goes into 14th place. David Rolliston is going faster than he has been in Sector 2. He didn't go faster in Sector 3. So unfortunately for him, he's going to have one more crack at the whip. He's got one more lap to go here tonight. Russell Wotton is another man that's green in the middle, but so is Craig Gregory. Craig is coming around the start-finish line now, going down on to the final start-finish straight. He goes across the line. Craig Gregory puts himself in fourth on a 1:34.158. That's going to be an interesting one, but I want to have a look at this man. Gordon Haig is currently sitting in fifth place on a 1:34.183. Currently faster in Sector 1. I want to see what he does in 2, because if he can go quicker in 2 again, I think overall he's going to be doing a stellar job. Sector 2 is coming up just around about now. How is he going to get on here in Sector 2? Oh, he's yellow. Gordon Haig is yellow in Sector 2. Never good. Let's see how he gets on. Gordon Haig is yellow in Sector 2. Is he going to be able to get anything out of this lap now? Was his first sector fast enough that he's going to pull him forward? Gordon Haig. Well, he does. Goes in third on a 1:34.066. So Gordon Haig there on a 1:34.066. That's something to look out for, to see how he gets on. As you can see there, George Bentes has gone into second. David Rolliston is on first place. Russell Wotton is now got a time on the board as well. Russell there going up into 11th. Gary Truby is on an improvement lap here as well. He's on his last one. There are people that's finished already. Glenn Andre Christiansen only got 2 in. Stefan Mellis got 3. So there are people there that can still do more if they want to, I suppose, would be one way of looking at that as the evening goes on. So David Rolliston on pole position here this evening. So fair play to David Rolliston. I think that's going to be a stellar job. What is Gary Truby going to do? He's got 2 greens currently at the moment. Russell Wotton's going green again. Vigard Olsen is in 19th. He's currently going green as well. So we'll see how this one all pans out as we're coming around turn 15 and 16. What can Truby do? This is going to be coming over the line. Gary Truby goes over the line, jumps up to 8th. 1:34.318. There for Gary Truby, 1:34.318. So let's see what Gary can do from this this position. I'm wondering how he's going to get on tonight as well. I think that's going to be an exciting thing here as well. So the grid is coming up very, very shortly here tonight, so be aware. First one of the season is going to be underway, and it's David Rolliston on pole position, George Gonzaga in second, George Bentes in third, Diego Iglesias in fourth, Gordon Haig in fifth, Vigard Helland in sixth, Craig Gregory in seventh, Gary Truby eighth, Tom Weston in ninth, Glenn Andre Christiansen in 10th, Mats Lentness in 11th, Damien G is in 12th. Beyond that, Russell Wotton in 13th, Berger Elklid in 14th, Guy Robinson 15th, Stefan Mellis 16th, John Olmark 17th, Stephen Koenig 18th, and Vigard Olsen down in 19th place. I'm definitely going to need some recorded pronunciations here this evening. I think it's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to need some pronunciations. So let's see how this one works out as we're just waiting for Damien G to get on track, ready and willing to go, because it's going to be an absolutely massive, major race here this evening. So let's see how it gets on. Lights are on and we are away, and it is Rolliston. Got an absolute barnstorming start from George Gonzaga. Craig Gregory is another man who's moved up one as well, but Gary Truby got the start of his life. He's moved up 3 positions at the beginning already, and it's Russell Wooten up 2 all at the same time, but there's action up the front with Vigard Helland. Oh, he's gone round. First casualty of the evening, poor Vigard Helland, and he's now got to sit back and just watch all of these cars pile past him, and he's now at the back of the field now. But Gordon Haig is attacking at the beginning as we're going down the Parabolica currently at the moment. Let's see what Haig can do. Is he going to run around the outside? Matt Lennis has gone round. Oh, Lennis has gone round. Koenig's been involved in an incident as well. Oh, no. Vigard Helland and Matt Lettner's not having a good lap 1 here tonight. What a shame for them guys, because they look like they were going to be incredible quick here as well. But Russell Wooten involved in that incident. Vigard Helland there didn't quite get away, but Tom Weston trying to chase down Guy Robinson. These guys are battling out currently at the moment. This is Robinson in 8th now. Weston is down into 9th. So Guy Robinson there battling away currently in 8th place. David Rolliston, after an absolute barnstorming start, lost the lead to Diego Iglesias. And I'm trying to have a look back if I can just see where that one kicked off, because that looked like it may have been an early one. And here it is. This is how it happened. Here we're going to have a quick look. This is on that run down, I believe, down into Parabolica. Oh no, that's early on than that. That's on the run through down turn 7 into Mercedes. So that's where that one was done. David Rolliston trying to battle back now. He's got Gary Truby right beside him currently at the moment. What can Rolliston do here? George Gonzaga's in the mix. He's trying to get his nose involved in this. Is Roller going to defend that inside line? He does. He's got to leave Truby room. They make him round the Spitzke hairpin side by side. That's incredibly done. But on this run down into 7, how is this one going to pan out? They're going to be side by side in 7 as well. Rollo tightens up. He loses a little bit of time, and that allows Truby to come through. But unfortunately for David Robinson, oh, Truby's off. Truby went in too deep. He's lost the position. That's allowed Rolliston to come through again. And that's David Rolliston in 2nd place here this evening. But there was this incident at the beginning. And we know about Vigard Heller, and we know about George Gonzalez, David Rolliston. But this is the one we want to have a look at here. How did this one play out for Gonzaga? Did he start this off? That's going to be the question. Oh, he went in deep. That's where the contact was initially. Oh, he went in deep there, didn't he? And then unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for the others in this one either. For these guys, yeah, it's been a tough one, the opening start for some people. But let's see how they get on as we're only on lap 3 now. Oh, Gonzaga's trying to get past Rolliston. He's battling away like an absolute trooper. There's another interesting battle going on here. Glenn Andre Christiansen battling away with George Bentez from On Wheels TV, and then we've got Matt Letnes from Slow-Mo as well. They've split it. They're going to go either side. Oh, here we go. Letnes has got him. Letnes jumps to there. We got Christensen and he got Bentez, and now that allows Letnes to battle up and get onto the back of Gary Truby. There is Truby there as well. It's an interesting battle going down here. This is further down the order. She's your battle all the way down for 16th place at the moment. Oh, Ellis has gone over the curb. It's going to jeopardise his exit. There's going to be a position, should be a position gain for Helland. He did. He got that. Oh, spinner there. Stephen Koenig gone round. Unfortunately for him, he has gone around now, and that's Stephen Koenig on lap 3. Gone round. And he spun that car up. Not good for him. He's dropped down the field now. George Gonzaga, Johan Olmark battling away with Tom Weston. Is this Weston going to be down another position here this evening? See the gainers on the losers. There was a spinner in my ear then. I think that might be Bergar Elkid. Elkid goes round on turn 1. He's now got to sit there and wait for the cars to go back round as well. Unfortunately for Elkid, that's not good. And Olmark makes it past Weston. So the biggest gainer as well at the moment, as you can see, is Matt Lenners, currently sitting in 5th place in up 6 with Olmark, Johan Olmark up 8. Weston's not giving up though. Here comes Tom Weston in that green SR10 from Team Sim Racing Community up the inside. Is he going to make it through? Bruce to do split scare, but he does. Weston's come back in. Rolliston up front. Look at this battle here. We've got Rolliston, Truby, Gonzaga. Iglesias is down the road by about 4.5 seconds. But this battle in the middle is going to get interesting. Roller's trying to come back through. Obviously led the race in pole position, got away, and unfortunately Iglesias have got him going through turn 7 and into Mercedes of 8. So it's going to be tight to see what Roller can do and whether or not he can recover. Now he's got a big gap, 4.3. We've only got 23 minutes remaining. I can't really see that happening. Maybe I'm a little bit of a pessimist. I'm not really sure, but I don't think Rolliston can make up 4.5 seconds, especially when last time out Iglesias set the fastest lap of the race on a 1:33.62. Rollo 1:35.65, 2.2 seconds slower. Dan Iglesias up front. That's not good for David Rolliston. And as well, Vigard Helland battling away now. That's over Olsen. That's Helland moving his way back up through the field. He's in 13th. Can he make it all the way through? Rolliston and Truby coming down into the hairpin. Truby on the right, Rollo on the left, and then behind that you got George Gonzaga, Matt Latnes, George Bentes, Glenn Andre Christensen, and Guy Robinson. We're going to have a very interesting battle going on very, very shortly, because Rollo at the moment, he's literally defending for his life. Straight up defending for his life here at the moment, and he's defended over Gary Truby. And he's got to try and keep Truby at bay. But by keeping Truby at bay, the problem is look at that stream of cars behind him. You know, Tom Weston, if he carries on driving consistently, there's nothing saying he can't catch up here. But he's got to be sensible about it. But Rolliston is driving for his life. Absolutely incredible. Here from Rolliston, you can see the damage on the right-hand side there that he got in that incident with Gonzaga on lap 1. But I tell you what, if Rolliston can hold on to this, I'll be very, very impressed, because he's got an insurmountable amount of pressure behind him. Oh, G gets a big spin up. Is that going to allow George Gonzaga to get closer? There's a little bit of a gap opening up now from Letnes to Bentes. See how this one pans out. The time is coming down. Truby down now, I believe 1/10. He's well below 1/10. Truby goes on the outside. He's going to go in too deep. He's not making that. Never in a month from Sundays was Gary Truby making that one. And unfortunately for Truby, he's lost 2 places over Gonzaga and Letnes. So poor Gary Truby, all that hard work he's just done, he's just gone out the window in one corner. Gonzaga's, oh, he's coming again, he's coming again, he's coming, oh. Gary Truby testing the brake limits, which I would have thought he would have already done, to be honest, before he started this evening here in that SR10, and he's now lost another position to Bentes. Truby, settle down. Come on, Damien G, get hold of your man and tell him to calm down a little bit, because he's getting a little bit excited here. He's clearly got the pace, but it's whether or not he's got the pace consistently. You know, sending it in deep and just missing people is not consistent, Mr. Truby. I've got to be honest, I do love you, and, you know, nothing but love for you, brother. But you've got to settle down a little bit, because otherwise it could all go wrong. Gonzaga up front with Rolliston now. There's that wide line over that turn one. You've got to look at whether or not we've got to look at turn one. They're picking up off tracks at the moment, and the only one that looks like he hasn't had anything is George Gonzaga, but then I think Gonzaga's going to be sitting on 4 points after his tag with Rolliston, so nobody currently is sitting back. Maybe Iglesias might have got away with 0, but we've got to look at that turn one. Got to look at that turn one. So they're going to be running wide to maintain speed, so it's going to be tough for them, guys. There was a lot of it last night as well. I think this circuit allows you to run wide, but allows you to pick up the off-track limit. Don't forget they have got 15 off-tracks. So, you know, they've got to be a little bit more careful here as well. Gonzaga's going to send it now. He's going to be looking. Oh, he's not. Do you know, though, the one thing I'm looking over is whether or not Letnes is just sitting there thinking, I can do this all day. I've got 19 minutes here before I have to make the move. And the trouble with this is, if you have a look at the best times currently at the moment, you'll be seeing that Gonzaga is 1.1 seconds quicker. 1.1 seconds quicker than Rolliston behind. And last lap was a 1:34.22 for Iglesias, 1:34.79. So again, half a second on Rolliston's part. Now, if anybody will know the carnation of the original carnation of this series was the FBL. I gotta be honest, Mr. Wynn, and I think you'll agree with me here. It kind of reminds me of me in Brazil, mate. Over, you know what I mean? Over, oh, what was his name? Kim somebody or other. I can't remember his surname. But it's got a slight inkling to that, where I was defending my life off here as well. So I'm not going to be rude. You know, David Rolliston is doing a bit. Paul Glover, welcome in. Thank you so much for jumping in with us. Is Rolliston going to go to the right-hand side of this circuit? Oh, he's left the door. Gonzaga's come. He didn't get over there quick enough. Rolliston didn't get over the inside quick enough. They're going to try too wide round the hairpin. Is Rolliston going to be able to get on the gas now on this run down through turn 7? Here we go. Rolliston on the right. Gonzaga on the right now as he's just swapped over. Oh, he's left room. He's left room. Where are you, Rollo? Oh, he didn't shut the door. Gonzaga's through. He's looking to lose another position. Letnes again is coming through. And Mats Letnes just says, thank you very much. I'm having some of that. Rollo left the door open. And unfortunately, lost 2 positions there this evening as well. So poor old David Rolliston. Oh, Gonzaga, I will say one thing. If any pros are in here, watch that curb on the outside of 12. Last night, there was a lot of people. There was 3 or 4 people, I think it was, spinning on that curb on the outside of 12. So be aware, if you are a pro and you've not watched back last night, the curb on the outside of 12 will kill you. So be aware on that one. So let's see how it goes on here this evening. But currently we've not had any deaths at turn 12. And we're now trying to keep back of Gary Truby, trying to battle his way back through on lap 9 with 16.5 minutes remaining. Vigard Olsen is battling away at the back with Stephen Koenig here. This is all the way down in 17th and 18th place respectively from these guys. So fair play to them as they battle away at the back end of the field. Craig Gregory trying to get, well, not going to happen here. I think Johan Olmark has got him. Oh, there's a spinner, Weston. Oh, Weston and Robinson on lap 9. Tom Weston. And it looks like him and Robinson were involved there. And we're going to have a look back and see how that one panned out. Gregory's gone round. Robinson went round again. Oh, he did not dive from there. Tom Weston, no way. Oh, he's missed his braking point. Oh, no. He missed his braking point. Tom Weston. And I want to have a look here as well, because I've got a funny feeling Robinson went round again, coming down into Mercedes. And so did Gregory. Oh, God. Poor old Guy Robinson. in the space of 2 turns. He must be thinking, get off, I haven't got a target on my back. Poor old Guy Robinson in that space of 2 corners there. Rollo is now down into 4th. It's lost at them positions. And Rollo now has got to try and stay in front of George Bentes currently at the moment. Gary Truby is all over Bentes. Oh, Gary. Oh no. That was a little interesting. Oh, there's contact again. Rollo got his elbows out. And that allowed Gary Truby to take 2 positions. Gary Truby said, thank you very much, I'll have some of that, but he's got 2.7 seconds up the road currently at the moment. Stream looks amazing, JP. Thank you very much for that one. We're now going out in 14:40, so much love to you here this evening as well. Matteo Simonari, that's 8x. Yeah, he's got to be near that. I think some people have got to be looking at getting close. I think the only one that probably isn't is Iglesias. And Iglesias could possibly have 0. Now, I can't unfortunately show you within the timings of what their incidence is because it only accounts for off tracks. It doesn't count for contact. So Stephen Koenig has lost that place to Vigard Olsen, but he's still going at him further down the back end of the field here. The South African and the Norwegian battling away as these guys come running around turn 12. As I say, this is the outside curb. The pros have got to be careful of. We had a couple of people hit that curb last night, got onto the throttle too early, and unfortunately went round. Oh, Koenig locking up. He got a little bit too close to Olsen that time around. Didn't make it through, but he got a little bit close. 13 minutes remaining here this evening. We've got Bentes currently sitting in 6th place, chasing down Guy Robinson. So, David Rolliston, sorry. So, there is Rollo's car. That red and white on the nose of Bentes currently at the moment. He's going to be looking at the inside. Oh, don't overshoot it, don't overshoot it, don't overshoot it. Rollo makes it through. He's chasing down Damien G in front of him. You can see G up the road. There is George Bentes. We're coming into 12. Got to keep it tight. Stay off the outside exit curve. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. James, put your hand up. Commentators curse. All day, baby. All day. Oh, no. Just as I talk about it, it's like I almost have a crystal ball there as well. Almost like I had a crystal ball, and George Bentes goes round on the exit curve of 12. You think I was joking? Definitely not. And that is where the issues lie. And as I say, there was about 3 or 4 people went round last night. You warned them, Jay. I know, Colin, I know. I did definitely give them a warning and say, stay away from the exit curve of 12. If any pros do that now that are sitting here watching it, guys, you need to come and see me. I think there was an incident last season with Rob Williams and John Hutchinson. Rob didn't make the pass, and John turned around and sent Rob a message saying, get to the headmaster's office now. Well, if any pros do that, you're gonna be seeing the same messages here as well. Craig Gregory's gone in deeper on. That's currently Damien G. But Gregory went in deep. We got a big puff of smoke, and he's made it through. Gregory up into 9th place. Currently at the moment, G's got Damien. I don't know. That door was a little bit wide open for me. I would have been looking at trying to come back on that. But then again, that's probably why I'm sat in the booth and not on the racetrack, because I probably would have ended up in the side of Gregory. But I definitely would have stuck my nose in to let him know I'm there. I'll tell you that much. But Gregory is now chasing down the back end of Robinson here. And he's definitely wanted it. He's going to... I've got to be honest, Gregory's looking quick. Stay off. Good job. Well done. Here we go, round 14. Now this is 15 and 16, so there is a debate whether or not one of the kinks in the corner after turn 1 is turn 2. Gregory's got to run. We've got to run here. Are you going to go? You're going to go? You're not going to go. Come on, Craig. That would have been a tough one to push him off that line, but you don't want to give him too much room. Don't give him too much respect. You don't do it in this one. Do it on this run down into Spitzker. Go around the right hand and then we go left again. Here we go. Look at this. We are there. We are there. There's the red tow rope out the back of the SR10. We're going to be side by side. Craig Gregory on the left. Guy Robinson on the right in the red and purple. Running around Spitzker hairpin. Running around down to Spitzker we go. Oh, Gregory, is he going to send him around the outside? He's going to try. Too wide. Oh, Robinson just opens up the throttle, opens up the steering, says, no, 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 Sonny Jim. This isn't my first rodeo, and you're not the first bull I've got to try and get hold of. Oh, round coming in to Mercedes. Gregory's got a bit of a run. He's got a better exit than Robinson. That's it. Gregory is up into 8th place. Count Robinson now defend from Damien G. G's jinked to the left. He's obviously carrying a massive amount of speed. Here we go into 11. Oh, they can't do this. They can't do this. They can't. Oh, ooh, there's lots of action in the back. Vigard Helen, big lockup. Oh, look at this. It's almost bumper cars. I think Vigard is waiting for G to make that move. If he's not going to make that move, I think Vigard's going to come and say, sorry guys, but I'm not quite sure what you're doing here. You're dawdling along and it's kicking off. But look, Rolleston here behind him. Chasing it down, the other Rad Sport Sim Racing gentleman of Gary Truby. So Damien G's in it, Gary Truby's in it, Vigard Helland is looking at making a move. I want to pick up these guys on this run down into Spitzker and then we'll flip back to that action behind him. Wollaston's not close enough. He's not close enough this time around. Helland is, here we go. He's gone out to the left. Is Benter's going to join him? Ooh, Helen's going to make it through. G, you need to slot in. You're going to need to slot in. You're going to lose another one. You're going to lose a little beat. Oh, Damien G there, only down one. And that was Vigard Helen making his way back through the field. He's now up into 10th place. Truby's cleared. Rollinston, that was on the run out of Mercedes. So Rollinston may have gone in deep into Mercedes. Is Roller going to try and look at coming back though? As these cars go whistling past us here this evening. Oh, Gary Truby. Little bit of puff of smoke. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't. Oh, you got to get, see, that's the thing with that curb there, right? We saw it, and Benters gave it only a little bit, right? He gave it a little bit, put that tyre on it. You've either got to go over, like Truby did, either over it, ride it, or get off it. Don't half measure it, because otherwise it's all going to go wrong. And that it will never be good for absolutely anybody, as Benters found out on lap 12. Spinning off the exit curb off turn 12, and then we've got Russell Wootton chasing down Tom Weston, battling away for 13th place at the moment. Weston in the green and black, Wootton behind him. Oh, Wootton's got to run. Here we go. There's going to be jump done already. I don't think that's even going to be challenged going down into turn 2. And that is Wootton through. The privateer from Australia. Current time over there is about 7:35 in the morning. And I am quite surprised that Wootton is in this one and not in the America series, because I thought that would have been more on his time zone. But, you know, who am I to argue? But Weston's looking at coming back. The thing is there, right, and looking at that action and looking at the way that Weston positions his cars, it wasn't right. What he should have been trying to do is look at the inside line. Because Wootton had left the door open. It was like an invite saying, come on, son, thank you very much. Weston should have gone the other side to try and pressurize and take that outside line. That outside line doesn't work into Spitzker, and that's what Weston should have done. He shouldn't have tried to go that outside line. He's lost time now, and it's all because of that one lineup, setting yourself up properly, ready for the exit. So unfortunately for him, that's kind of a little bit of a mistake from Tom Weston there. He should have been on the inside if he was going to look at trying to run him into that hairpin. 6 minutes remaining. We do have a leader at the end of the day. We do have a leader. Vigard Helland. Oh no. Oh, Vigard, get it out of the wall. Does he give up? Vigard Helland, I think he's decided he's going to park it for the night. Okay. Doing donuts on the grass. Cheers, Vigo. That was on lap 14. Spun in 8. There. Benitez is looking at going up the inside of Damien G. That's what Weston should have done on that last run out. That's exactly what Weston should have done over Wootton. Took the inside line away and tightened him up and made him run that outside line. The outside line doesn't work. You can't get the exit speed off properly. You've got to be able to get the gas down. And if you tightened it up, got the car straight, you're more in a position to be able to get that run out. And Benitez did. And now he's battling away with Robinson, who's, well, poor Guy Robinson. He was hit by Gonzaga, he was hit by Weston, and then it was hit by Gregory. No, he was hit by Weston and then by Gregory in the space of about 2 corners. So unfortunately for Rollo, he's got this kind of big target. Robinson, he's got a target on his back, unfortunately. As well, but he's kind of up and running at the moment. But it'll be interesting to see what Benitez and G can do here this evening. What is Benitez going to be able to do about Robinson? And what is G going to be able to do about Benitez? And keep an eye on that Rollo bow up front as well. The gap's back down again with Gary Truby, down to about 3/10. That's partly because they're coming on that run down Spitzkeg now. I'm expecting that to decrease a little bit, but I don't think Rollo's going to be close enough. But the gap's actually going out. I'm a bit confused. Has Rollo got damaged there? Because the gap was actually pushing out over the half-second rule when he kind of needed it to come in. You see that, you know, they've got this long run, so it should have been coming down, really, and I think it's going to be coming down if you go with Benitez here, looking on the left-hand side. You can see that dropping. That's kind of what happened to Rolliston, should have happened to Rolliston, but it looked like he's picking up damage, and that's why it was going the other way, which a little bit strange as we go, you know, onto lap 17, 3:38 remaining. I'm going to pick up this battle. I just want to stay and see how we get on this run out of Mercedes. Because it looks like this is where Robinson's been having issues getting out here. He's lost a couple of places here as well. It's kind of like his little voodoo part of the circuit. And he's really got to try and keep it together. You know, this is a tough circuit. This next corner coming up through 11, there's a lot involved. And if he doesn't really nail it, coming into 12 could cause him no end of problems. Oh, Rollo's in front. Rollo's in front, he's done it on 12. He's done it on 12. Lap 18, out of 12. We'll have a look back at that in a minute. I just want to see if he survives this run. Spun, turn 12. And guaranteed. Somebody's got to make a move here, because this is not going to be able to carry on for much longer, because Rollo's right under the cosh. Oh my God, with the spin inside. Oh, they made it through. I thought that was contact then. I'll tell you what, Guy Robinson went in deep and he's now lost that position to Benitez, but I thought at one point it was going to be game over. It was going to be game over. And yeah, we'll just see this run from Damien G over Guy Robinson coming down into Spitzkeg, and I'm going to have a quick look back and what happened to David Rolliston. I can guarantee it's out of 12. There's 12, he goes round. Oh, it was on his entrance. It wasn't even on the exit, it was on the entrance to 12. He's binned it into the gravel. Unfortunately for Rollo, it wasn't even on the exit, which is where I thought it was. It was on the entrance in. Are we going to have one more lap? Diego Iglesias. Gonzaga, we are final lap of the race. Gonzaga's got it down to 2 seconds. I'm not saying he's going to get the job done. I'm saying that's just mightily impressive considering where it was. But then again, I suppose from Iglesias' point of view, he's done a 1:35.5, 1:35.42 last time out. And, you know, he's probably taking it a little bit easier considering his fastest lap is a 1:33.5. It's either that or he's dropped tyres like an absolute banshee, because the gap's now down to 1.8. There's Gonzaga. It can't be 1.8. It can't make up any more. Surely he's not going to get this at the line. I'm pretty 99% positive now that Iglesias should hold on to this one. 1.8. Benitez is closing up on Rollo now as well, on David Rolliston. Inside. You're not going to get it on that outside line. Round Spitzker there. It's just not going to, unfortunately, it's going to happen. As Iglesias comes around the corner of death at turn 12. Stay off, stay off, stay off. Well done, good job for Iglesias. I think this is going to be it now. Iglesias is going to take the checkered flag here tonight for the first European AMS Radical World Series. Iglesias is in first, George Gonzaga in second. Matt Letner is coming around now. So Letner takes the victory, the third place here. Guy Robinson, poor old Guy, Rollo comes across the line in 8th. Vigard Olsen further back in 16th. As Vigard comes across the line. Mellis has finished, Weston's finished, Olsen's finished. Berger Euclid, is that right? Stephen Koenig in 18th. Teasing James, Tina's in. Well, you know how it is, Mr. Wynn. Got to make it exciting, otherwise why am I here? Here are the results from race 1 from the Radical World Series in the AMS. Diego Munoz Iglesias is your victor here. George Gonzaga in second. Matt Letnes third. Gary Truby fourth. Glenn Christensen in fifth. Johan Olmark in sixth. Craig Gregory in seventh. David Rolliston in eighth. George Bentes in ninth. Guy Robinson in 10th. Damien G in 11th place. For Damien G. Russell Wooten 12th, Gordon Haig 13th, Stefan Mellis 14th, Tom Weston 15th, Vigard Olsen 16th, Berke Euclid in 17th, Stephen Koenig in 18th, and Vigard Helland in 19th as well. So there we go. These guys battling it away. That is the AMS all done and dusted. Let's see if I can get a chat with your victor here this evening, as I try and find him in the Discord. I'm sure he's here. Right, bear with me as we do kind of wait. George Gonzaga is in the interview room. So is Matt Letnes. Let's have a chat with Mr. Gonzaga. Good evening, George. How are you? George? Are you there, buddy? Hold up. Give him a minute. George? No response from George Gonzaga. Let's try Matt Letnes. Matt, you there?
Hi.
How are you?
Right now I'm quite good.
Quite good? That's not a bad debut, mate. Is it third place?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I wasn't expecting it. I got the 1 hour training before the session.
Right.
A few laps before that. I know the car, I know the track, but the combo was new.
Not the best training to go to.
Excuse me?
Not the best training.
Yeah, the training was good, but I got to use the hour quite effectively. But the quality was shit.
Oh,
sorry
language.
For the words.
Language.
I had a couple of off tracks in the quali and pulled me back to 10th place. Got a few places in the start of the race that put me back in the chase for the lead, but in midway, no tires left, so I was just cruising the second half of the race.
Yeah, how was the tire deck? Was it tough?
In practice, it was okay. I was actually quite surprised that I put my best lap time in lap 15. But in the race, after 15 laps, it was disappearing lap by lap. And the last few laps, it was all about surviving. So it was a Sunday drive that last laps.
Yeah, Sunday driving there. Well, there you go, pros. A little bit of a hint for you. Be careful of your tyres. Mats, thank you so much. Congratulations on your third place. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Definitely the team. It's quite a nice crew to be with, all the Slomo guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mats, for joining us. And I look forward to maybe having a chat with you next week.
I hope so.
Take care. Right, let's try George Gonzaga again. George, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
All good. How are you, James? All good?
Mate,
Everything okay?
mate, I've just sat and watched an SR10 race and at Hockenheim ring, and it was incredible. And I just watched George Gonzaga take second place. That's not a bad start to the championship, is it?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't really expecting this, to be honest. Been practicing throughout the whole week and the race yesterday as well. You know, it was good pace, but the fixed setup kind of changes everything. So, you know, it's all cars are equal. So yeah, it's really, really good. It's a completely game changer.
What happened with David Rollison? You knew it was coming, mate. I can't let you get away with it. You know, you went in deep and you kind of hit him.
Yeah, it was really naive of me thinking I could go for it. You know, he was like slowing down and was like, I still have 50 meters to brake. I can do it. And then it just locked up and it was horrible. So I'm so sorry, David. It was an intentional. It was an experience, but you know, lesson learned, don't dive bomb in the first 2 laps. So yeah, that's the lesson here.
Well, there we go, George. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm sure David will love the apology. However, Rollo did have a little bit of a rotten time after that. But look, all in all, mate, not a bad evening. You know, second place for a first time out. That's got to be worth taking away and banking it in your pocket, you know, and onwards and upwards to next week. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
To everyone in the league, again, apologies to David for that hairpin incident. But yeah, to everyone involved in the radical community, you know, you guys are awesome, and look for the championship. Yeah.
Thank you very much, there, George, and I look forward to maybe having a chat with you next week.
Okay, cheers. Bye.
Bye. Right, let's have a chat here with Stephen Koenig. Stephen, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself? Ooh, bit worn out, I won't lie.
Well, mate, I'm probably just as tired as you are. First outing, how was it? It was up and down, wasn't
it? It was a bit of a yo-yo. Qualifying had me a little bit bummed out, but my team was on the radios to me saying, "Don't worry, calm down, it's all good. We'll pull it back." Had a fantastic start, shot up through the field. Unfortunately, had a clip with one of the guys, and then the steering decided it's going to hang left the rest of the race. So landed up with 11 incident points, and the guys just saying, listen, rather calm it down. Let's get it to the end. We've got round number 2 to go for. Let's just get the car to the end. So,
well, look, on the upside, though, but you still score points. You know, you still score points. The point system runs all the way down to 25th, I believe. So overall, you were 18th. So you got 17 points. No bonus points for fastest lap. No bonus points for, obviously, incidents. But overall, not a bad initiation into the Radical Sim Racing World Series.
Not at all. Honestly, I had a huge amount of fun, and it really shows the skills of the drivers when they surround you. They're all trying to get past, and it was absolutely incredible to be around some very, very skilled drivers. And I hope to learn more and more as time goes on. And next week, my teammate's going to be returning from holiday, so maybe the two of us can bounce off one another onto a very difficult circuit that I've only been on in a single-seater, not in a Radical just yet.
Oh, well, I would get practice in there, Stephen, but thank you so much for joining me. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Yeah, just a shout out to the Radical Series admin, yourself, and to my team. Also, a special thanks to Leanne Strachan and Jason for sitting in the booth with me and just guiding me through with all the telemetry. Really appreciate it. And to all the spectators supporting, I hope you enjoyed the AM. Let's move on to the Pro.
Absolutely. You take care, Stephen. Thank you so much again for joining me.
that.
Right. Okay, so that's race 1 done. The ARMS have finished. We're now going on to the pros. Okay, so be aware that there is another race. I am going to end this right now because I've got to get into that session. We've got about 5-6 minutes before that session actually starts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to hit you with the outro. And guys, I'll see you very, very shortly.